everybody, welcome back to my channel. So it is December 19. It still amazes me how quickly the years go by. It's scary but exciting all at the same time. For today's video, I just wanted to share with you guys some habits that I was able to sit down and reflect on this entire year for my business, and I was able to really see which habits I need a severance and which habits I can go ahead and take with me into 2023. And I thought that I would share those with you and kind of just touch base on them. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Alright, so habit number one is going to be consistency. And I think that is a shoo-in. I think everybody understands the value behind consistency. But I want to just touch base on my personal experience behind consistency. Now, I used to be a person who used the intensity method versus consistency. And intensity, I'm going to explain that as easily as I can, but it's basically that you have a huge amount of motivation and will to go and do what you need to do. You go full intense motion into it, and then you kind of fall back, and then you don't do anything, take a huge rest, and then you go back with intensity, and then you fall back and don't do anything. So it's kind of like a give and take type of method. And don't get me wrong, you can see activity and you can have success that way, but it's not a constant flow of success. And whenever you're consistent, you know, not only are you going to see a difference in your confidence in your business, but also your bank account. And I think consistency is kind of like a learned habit, and as time goes by, you really start to personally see the value behind consistency. And I happened to figure that out this year and it really made a difference for my confidence, my business, and my bank account. Let's go ahead and jump into number two. Investing in yourself. So this I can talk on a personal level and seeing it from other agents. Investing in yourself is probably one of the hardest things to comprehend. I'm gonna share with you guys a funny little story. It's like 2 seconds long, but my mom and my dad, they call me pinche. And what that means is that you're like a penny pincher. And it's true, I am. And it's because, you know, they see that I don't wanna go and buy myself groceries even though like my fridge is empty, or I don't buy myself, you know, a shirt that I really, really want. But what they don't see is the fact that I use all my money and deposit it back into my business. You know, I spend it on leads, I spend it on advertisement, I spend it on business materials, I spend it on everything that I know is going to advance me forward, whether that is an immediate advancement or a future advancement. And that is what I do. I consistently do a rinse, repeat cycle with myself and my business. And I think investing in yourself, like I said, is one of the hardest things to comprehend, because when I was an employee, you know, it's not that hard to be an employee. You kind of just, you go to your job and you're guaranteed your salary or your hourly no matter what. Like, you just go and do your job, and if you do it well and you don't get fired, you're always guaranteed your paycheck. You're always guaranteed your pay. But whenever you're self-employed, you know, you have to spend money to make money. You have to invest in yourself every single day. And it's not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. And I think that that's something that is so hard to develop and so hard to understand because it's uncomfortable. And I see it when I have one-on-one meetings with new agents wanting to join the agency as well. As soon as I tell them that, oh yes, here we don't provide you with leads, you have to buy them yourself. That is probably the number one, like a little light bulb comes up into their head, and they're just like, oh, never mind. Because it's scary, you know, especially like if you're not used to it, it makes you super uncomfortable, and it creates fear. Because you're like, well, what if I don't see profit? What if I spend money and I make nothing? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of days, months, weeks that's gonna happen, but that's the beauty of being self-employed. It is not guaranteed, but that's one of the things you kind of accept when you step into this world, is that it is nothing but risk and investing in yourself. And if you think about it, you're investing in the most important person in your life, which is yourself. Because number three is fear. Having fear is okay. It's just that you can't allow it to stunt you. You want to take that emotion and reconceptualize it. You want to be able to take it and allow it to empower you and almost push you forward. And that's something that I've been learning and still learn to this day. Being self-employed is so scary. and you know, there's a lot of people that doubt you. There's a lot of people who tell you, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you should go get a 9-to-5. There's a lot of naysayers who don't believe in you. Even yourself, you can fall victim to imposter syndrome, and you just feel like you're not good enough to do this. So if you're afraid, good, get excited about being afraid, because it can push you so far. And let's go into my last habit. So my last habit of the video is going to be trust the process. So I've been in the insurance industry and self-employed for the last 1.5 years, going on 2 years, and I have failed so many times. I have made mistakes so many times. I have let outside people's disbelief in me affect me so many times. There are some months where I made no money. There are times where I didn't see profit. All last year, I did not make profit. This year, barely made profit. And trusting the process is one of the hardest things to do, because it makes you want to give up as soon as you see that you have failed once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and you don't see money and you don't see a profit. You know, you're gonna want to quit and go back to something that you're used to, or something that's guaranteed, or something that, you know, is your safety net. But just trust the process, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue to do until, you know, there's gonna be a year where it's gonna make up for all the past years that I didn't make a profit or see success. There's gonna come a year where I'm just gonna sit back and be like, wow, I made it. And it's because I didn't give up, and it's because I trusted the process. And I'm not there yet, and I don't see myself getting there until like another 5-10 years, and that's okay, that's exciting. I think enjoying this journey, learning more about myself, putting in the work, putting in the hustle, asking questions, getting better, failing forward, making more mistakes, learning, that's all very scary, uncomfortable, but fun. And that is all I wanted to share with you guys. And so I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.